Good evening. Today's episode is the final reflection in the series, But I Can't. And today I want to explore the idea of trusting oneself, even when we're afraid of the wrong decision or if we're uncertain about the path. This is definitely going to be a conversation for you. Before I get started, let me introduce you to the channel. I'm Dr. Davia. Welcome to Not All the Things. This is a space for success-driven, mature women of color. This is a space where I talk about work-life balance, wellness, and wine. Tonight's conversation is a wellness one. And even though it's day and it's bright, because you know I'm in Thailand, this is definitely a good conversation that will round out these last three. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up. I am hoping to get to 500 by June. That's my goal. And if you're coming back, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And please share with a friend so that I can grow and have this community get even stronger. So it's good to see you all. And I'm not going to be long, but I do have this reflection that I think will round out what I have been talking about. And it's something that, again, this is a reflection based on my own life and what's going on in my life. Inspired by my children, I have to say, inspired by the people around me, but really inspired by myself and where I am in my own maturation. So here we go. This first thought is about making the right decision. And so there's always a lot of hesitation that comes from if I do this or if I make this move, is it the right decision or choice? I'm not sure there is one perfect decision and that there's a path that you take that is mistake proof. I don't know. But you need to have a decision that is going to give you some peace, that is going to offer you the life that you believe you want. And even if you take that decision and you make that change and you go in that direction and it doesn't work out, it's all right. Right? I feel like life doesn't work in a way that it just has to be one way, right? So there is no choice without trade-offs. Yes, things will be different. Yes, you make this move, you're going to miss your family. Yes, there will be some discomfort. But then there's all these other things that are going to happen, right? And that are going to open up for you. And so there is no right decision. There is just a path that you take that you're going to learn from. And you're either going to choose to be honest with yourself or you're not. And so this idea of having self-trust isn't about predicting the future. It isn't about choosing perfectly. It's just about believing that the choice that you make is the right choice for you in the season that you make it, right? You might make a different choice in a different season. But this first one about, there's a right decision. But I can't do this because there's a right decision to make. There is no right decision. There's only a decision, a choice. It doesn't come without consequence, but it is the choice that one makes, right? So let's go with that. Let's just release ourselves from that, all right? Then number 2, this idea that you are going to sit with yourself, right? And I talked a little bit about believing in yourself in that last one and sticking with yourself. But this season where I am slowing down just a little bit, living abroad, and reflecting, being by myself. This is the first time I've ever lived alone. I've had to kind of have some clarity, and I have to lean into the fact that I have to make these decisions and live with the decisions I make. So I have to stay true to me, right? And sometimes when you're busy and you're like running from a choice that you want to make, you can't hear yourself, right? You don't have enough quiet in your own head to just hear. And so sometimes you are looking for answers outside. Or maybe let me ask so and so what they think, and let me talk to so and so about this, and let me go to counsel with this one. All of that outward keeps you from hearing yourself, keeps you from trusting yourself, because you have a lot of noise that's coming in, right? It's being brought in because you are looking outward for an answer. And so when you start to quiet, things begin to shift and you can hear yourself again. Maybe you have to be unsure, but it's okay because you are staying with your own gut. You are staying with what you really want to do. And you're not rushing into something per se, but you're hearing yourself. After all of the noise, after you clear the noise, after you ask all your questions and get counsel, and maybe it really is just making space to stay with yourself. Okay? And then what I am noticing self-trust looks like for me is that it's not very dramatic. It's actually a little bit what I know it to be, which is making a small agreement to myself about being consistent, about coming on YouTube per se, and sharing my story, and doing it weekly, and doing it even when I'm like, I don't know, I don't have the time, but just slowing down so that I can hear my own voice and I can make an agreement with myself that I'm going to just be in my space and I'm just going to talk my talk, and hopefully people will find me. But that this self-trust and what it's looking like is letting myself change my mind. Yes, I want to do this thing. I don't know, maybe I don't want to do that thing. And being okay with it, like knowing that, yes, I'm going to keep my word. Yes, I'm going to slow down before I give a response. I'm going to sit quietly to hear myself. And if I need to change my mind about something, it's okay. Right? This is the way in which I have been trusting myself, trusting my inner voice, trusting my gut. And it's choosing for me to be present in the space that I'm in. Especially when people come to visit me, I'm able to just be with them. Not be all over the place, but just to be with them. Right? And so it's just being reliable to me. And it's that consistency. And the more you are consistent with yourself, the more you build your own strength and posture. And so that, but I can't, starts to dissipate because you're like, no, well, I said I was going to do this and I got up and I did that, right? I said I was going to do this and I'm getting in front of folks and I'm saying it out loud, right? So the being consistent builds that strength that I can do it. It's okay. And so even if it's something that you're not sure about, you have to trust your gut and say, I can do this. And if I do it this week, I can go back and do it next week, and I can then do it a third time. So it will help you to build that fortitude and stamina that you might need to kind of push through. And so my gentle invitation to you all, and really for myself, is not to make a big bold move. I ain't telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you to do what I did and move all the way across the world. I'm telling you to offer yourself something small, some step that you can take for yourself, even if it's just listening to yourself. and saying, where do I really know the answer to this question? I know it deep in my gut, but I'm not listening to myself, right? You don't have to ask for confirmation. You don't have to be dramatic about it. Oh my God, how's this going to turn out? Just have to be honest and say, deep down, I know that I need to do this thing, right? And so wherever you have been overriding yourself, wherever you have been not listening, I'm going to ask you to just sit with yourself and take one small step towards the voice inside. That is the way you show self-trust, and that means you will be able to decide to do the thing, whatever it is, on your own. You don't need anybody. It isn't that difficult. It's just pushing and listening to yourself. Okay? Just a small step. All right. In this series, we've had an opportunity to talk about that freeze, but I can't, right? Then we talked about the fear of like, oh my God, I can't start over. And now today, I just wanted to share about how we have to trust ourselves, right? And that we have to quiet ourselves to hear, right? So you don't need to be certain about whatever it is that you're keeping yourself from doing. You don't even need to take away the doubt that it might be scary. Yes, honor the fact that it might be scary. What you need to do is to just have a relationship with yourself and say, I'm going to listen to my inner emotion. I'm going to trust that I can make the right decision. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to adjust. I'm going to sit with the discomfort, and that's it. I know it's like that simple, right? Of course not. Nonetheless, I want to say cheers to you all. I'm having a little salsa and fresh orange juice because it's early. But the next time, I'm going to have it live at night so I can have a little special wine juice. I want to say cheers to you all. And I want you all to really think about the but I can't and take it out, because you can, right? You can take a step for yourself and know that you can do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you all next week. And I am so glad. Again, please share this. I'm trying to grow my subscriptions. Would love to get to 500 by June. That's just a promise I've made to myself. I'm going to keep coming on here and sharing. I probably will have I had an interview with Dr. Crystal that I really want to share with you all. Just got to get it edited. And I'm looking forward to just starting to talk to some folks, starting to meet some folks here, finding out their stories and sharing that with you just for inspiration. So, but I can't, no, we're going to get rid of that. All right, take care. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.